Shalom Aleichem. Yesterday in Mishnah Yomi, we began chapter 6 of Shevuot. Now we're learning Mishnah 3 and 4 there. Continuing Modeh b'miktzat, a partial admission. Litra zahav li biyadcha. The plaintiff says, you owe me a liter of gold. That's actually a weight of gold, just simply gold. Ein lecha biyadi ela litra kesef. He says, yeah, I owe you a liter of kesef, of silver, not gold. Potter, it's not the same type. But the Mishnah contrasts now. Dinar zahav yeshli biyadcha. You owe me a dinar coin. Now, the first case was just metal, raw gold, not made into coins. Now it's a coin. And he admits, Ein lecha biyadi ela dinar kesef. I don't have a gold dinar, I have a silver dinar of yours. Utrisit. This is a Roman coin made of something else, so pundion, or I have a pundion coin of pruta, or I have a copper pruta. Chayev, he has to make the shvuah, even though it's a different denomination and a different metal. Shekol min matbeya echad, because every coin is a coin, even though some are gold, some are copper, some are, nickel, and some are the silver. The Mishnah adds, Kur tvua yesh lecha biyadi. You have a whole core, which is 30 seah, that's quite a bit, of tvua, of grain. And he admits, Ein lecha biyadi ela letech kitnit. He says, no, I don't owe you a core of grain, but a letech, that's half a core of kitnit, of, beans, kitnius. Kitnius on Pesach is coming up, beans and legumes and the like. Potter, he's potter from the Shevuot Modeh b'miktzat, it's not the same type. But if the plaintiff said, core peirot yesh lecha biyadi, you have a core of produce. And he says, Ein lecha biyadi ela letech kitnit, I only have a letech of the beans. Chayev, she'akitnit beklal peirot. Those are included in produce. Some people don't eat them on Pesach because they used to be mixed in with wheat in the same facilities would process both. But certainly these beans and green beans and the like are considered produce. The Mishnah adds, Taino chitin, if the claim was for wheat, v'hodela besorin, and he admitted barley, potter. It's not the same type. No Shevuot Modeh b'miktzat. Rabbi Gamliel mechayev. Rabbi Gamliel would hold it does not have to be exactly the same type. Toen lechaver b'kodei shemen. And on this theme, what if someone says, you owe me jugs of oil? V'hodelo b'kankanim. And he admits he owes the jugs, the kalim, but not the oil. He says, yeah, I owe you empty jugs. Admon Omer. So Admon, one of the sages, he holds Hoil v'hodelo miktzat miminataina, since indeed he's admitted part of what's being claimed, Yeshava. He needs to make a Shevuot Modeh b'miktzat. The claim was jugs full of oil, and obviously oil is much, much more valuable than these simple earthenware jugs, but admitting the jugs would be admitting part of the claim according to Admon. Chachamim Omrim, they disagree. They say, Eno dama minataina, it's not the same species. Amar Rabban Gamliel, Roa eniyat devri Admon. Rabban Gamliel says, I like what Admon says. Finally, the Mishnah has a case where Taino Kalim v'karkaut. The claim was for Kalim, movable vessels, movable property, v'karkaut, and land, and real property. Hoda b'kalim kafar karkaut. He admitted all of the vessels, the movables, but denied about the land. Or vice versa. B'karkaut, he admitted he owed land, kafar b'kalim, denied owing any kalim, potter. There's no Shevuot Modeh b'miktzat. And also, Hoda b'miktzas karkaut, he admitted owing some of the land, some of the real property, potter. There's also no oath because we never make an oath on karka, einish bayin al karkaut. But in contrast, b'miktzat kalim, he admitted owing some of the vessels, some of the movables, chayev. He needs to make a shvuah. And not only does he need to make the shvuah on the kalim, but even on the karka. As the Mishnah explains, shehanechosim, that the properties she'ein lahem achrayot, that do not have responsibility, meaning they're movable, they're non-land, zokikin. They can roll in or bring in the Gemara, I think they use the term golalin, which means like you roll it up together. Zokikin et nechosim sheyesh lehen achrayot. They can include properties that have responsibility, meaning real estate, l'shava aleihen, to have to make an oath. So normally there's no oaths on real estate, but if there's an actual Modeh b'miktzat oath about the kalim, the movable property, the money or the produce or whatever it is, then there also needs to be a Shevuah made on the real estate because he has to make a shvuah anyway. Great, let's go on to Mishnah Daled. Ein nishbayin, we do not make an oath of modeh b'miktzat al tanat cherish shoteh v'katan. As a result of a claim lodged by a cherish, someone who is deaf and mute, could not communicate, shota, someone who's out of his right mind, v'katan, or someone who's not yet bar bat mitzvah. As we've seen in many places in Shas, these people are considered not to have the proper intellectual maturity or frame of mind to participate on a full intellectual capacity in court. V'ein mashbi'in et katan, and we also do not make a katan, a minor, make an oath at all. The katanim don't often understand the gravity of making an oath. Aval, but nishbayin lakatan v'lahekdesh. Someone might have to swear to a katan, and the case would be the father owed money and passed away. And now all of his possessions were inherited by his son, who's 12 years old. So before the lender can collect the debt from the estate, he needs to make an oath that this debt is real and outstanding. V'la hekdesh, and to the temple treasurer, that's a similar case where somebody owed a lot of money and there was a lien on his karka, his real estate. As we said, it has achrayus. So his land was subject to be collected to pay the debt. And he went ahead and donated his land to the temple. So that's cute, but the lender can actually go to the temple and make an oath that the loan is still outstanding, was never paid, and take that land in satisfaction of the debt, because of course the debt existed before the land was gifted to the temple. One thing the Bartenura pointed out in the Peirush about if a katan or somebody who has intellectual difficulties is lodging a complaint, there's no Shevuot deraisa, holding the Sefer Torah and all the formalities, no Shevuot deraita about that claim, but there's something called the Shevuot Heset, which is a rabbinical level Shevuot to put the mind at ease of the other party. That the court could indeed require. Shar kochachem tizku lemitzvot.